Evil isn't always a demon. In real life, bad guys rarely wear horns or carry swords. They usually wear suits, smile friendly, and say sweet things. The scariest thing is not when evil appears with a loud bang. It's when evil quietly creeps, bit by bit, into your relationships, your conversations, even your sleep. Stoic philosophy doesn't teach you to fear bad guys. It teaches you to recognize them, to protect your soul, your time, your peace. Because a good life doesn't come from avoiding pain, but from choosing the right people to trust and having the courage to leave what's toxic. So what are the signs that there's a bad person around you? Sign 1. They always want to control your emotions. Bad people don't necessarily hit you with their hands. They hit you with their emotions. They make you feel guilty for saying no. They manipulate you into feeling selfish if you live for yourself. They use anger, silence, and indifference as weapons. Epictetus once said, "No one can hurt you unless you allow them to control your mind." A good person will let you be yourself. A bad person will not. They want to colonize your heart. Sign 2. They always make it your fault. No matter what happens, you are always wrong. They show up late because you texted insensitively. They get angry because you are provocative. They hurt you, and then make you apologize. This is not strong character. This is moral reversal, a bad person's way of making you doubt yourself. Marcus Aurelius said, "A good person has no excuses. His actions are his strongest defense." Sign 3. He enjoys watching you fail. They laugh when you stumble. They give you comments, but they only make you feel discouraged. They never congratulate you on your successes, but just say, "I guess it was just luck." Bad people don't need to stab you in the back. They just need to drag you down to make themselves feel better. Seneca wrote, "The weak are always threatened by the light of others." Sign 4. They always bring a heavy atmosphere. Someone walks into the room, and all the light is extinguished. You don't want to talk. Don't dare laugh out loud. Can't be yourself. It's not that you're too sensitive. It's your intuition. And your intuition never lies. Stoic philosophy teaches, you can choose who comes into your soul as you choose who comes into your home. Sign 5. They don't respect your boundaries. They read your messages. They ask you questions you don't want to share. They never ask permission. They just do it and say, "I care about you." Respect is the foundation of any relationship. Toxic people don't care about your boundaries, because in their eyes, you're property, not a person. Sign 6. They don't take responsibility for their actions. When criticized, they blame. When they do something wrong, they make excuses. When they hurt you, they say you're too weak. Toxic people don't have to be violent. They just refuse to take responsibility. They live as if the world revolves around them, and you're just a side character in their life. Epictetus emphasized, it's not what happens to you that defines you, it's how you react to it. Sign 7. They keep you in fear and dependence. Toxic people are best at making you think you can't live without them. They plant the idea in your head, no one else loves you. They make you so afraid of being alone that you accept being treated badly. They give you wings and remind you every day that you are not strong enough to fly. Stoics believe the greatest freedom is not to depend on anyone to survive. Sign 8. They don't know how to love without asking for anything. Every gift has a condition. Every compliment has a request. Every gesture of care is like a debt you have to pay. True love is freedom, not control. Toxic people use love as a trap, a contract not written in ink, but in a mental debt. Sign 9. They are jealous of good friends. When you have new friends, they are upset. When you are happy with others, they say you are betrayed. They always try to isolate you, making you believe that they are the only ones who are sincere. In fact, they are not afraid of you being hurt. They fear that you will wake up and realize you deserve better. Sign 10. You are not yourself around them. You smile less. You worry more. You ask yourself, am I wrong? You have to weigh every word and action, like living on landmines. If someone makes you lose your inner light, it is time to stop. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Your enemies cannot destroy you, unless you give them the power to do so." Mindfulness is the beginning of freedom. The Stoics did not teach us to hate. They taught us to protect our peace through clear and decisive observation. You do not need to make a big deal out of it. You do not need to seek revenge. You just need to leave and give yourself the space to heal. No one can destroy you unless you give them the power. Epictetus. Tip for you. Write down 3 people when makes you feel exhausted after contact. Ask yourself, are they exhibiting any of the 10 signs above? If so, start re-establishing boundaries. Or, if necessary, leave them. Not because you hate them, because you love yourself. Share this video if you know someone who is in a toxic relationship and doesn't realize it. Who knows? You might be the first light to help them out of the darkness.